Dirty Laundry, your home for true crime online. Like, share, subscribe. Grandus Abandus. I don't think she's coming back. And what's so special about Wisconsin? Well, it's October, and I don't think Grandus is coming back home to Ben Hill Road. Let's find out why she might just want to stay in Wisconsin. Candus Harer was born May of 1961. This is her at 16 when she attended New Richmond High School in, of course, Wisconsin. She has a brother older by a few years. His name is Warren Scott Harer, and although he did marry and have a son at one time, he was eventually convicted of 8 counts of and he was recently released on house arrest to Thorpe, Wisconsin. On April 2nd, 1981, when she was only 19, she married Kenneth J. Bly, who was 25 years her senior. Between them, they would have 3 daughters, Candace, Jeannie, and Rose. We know they moved from Texas to Wisconsin because of Candace's heart condition. So after they moved there, they had another daughter, Jeannie, and they also had a daughter named Rose. Candace picked herself a real peach with Andrew. He has a list of about 49 criminal charges online. I'll refer you to do your own research on that because the list is long and ugly, but the last of which was probably how they lost their children. Apparently Jeannie went on to marry Jeremy and have a small family, and they seem to have had a few bumps, but I assume they're still together. Rose would get married to Christopher Larson. They would have 2 small children, but their marriage only lasted about 6 months before she disappeared. It was a pretty bumpy marriage. Candace lost custody of her children at a very young age. She moved on, I'm assuming joined the circus and went to Arkansas where she met Don in Utah. They were 1,500 miles away when her sister went missing. Apparently Andrew went on raising hell in Wisconsin. He was actually banned from a laundromat 5 years before Rose went missing, and the ban lasted up until 5 years after Rose went missing. We don't know what the ban is about. There was some bad check charges in that time frame on his record, but the laundromat will come up later again. Remember that. The building is still there on Google, but I don't believe it's a functioning laundromat anymore. And a copy of the arrest paperwork. This is just a stock photo, but her sister Jeannie went on to marry a man named Jeremy. And we know that Rose went on to marry Christopher Larson. They had 2 small kids, but they were only married about 6 months before she went missing. They had a pretty rough marriage. On this Facebook post, Jeannie, or someone claiming to be Jeannie, says that she and her dad, Ken, moved in with Rose and Christopher before she disappeared. They were there from November of 2008 to April of 2009. There is a rumor that after Rose went missing, that Christopher Larson had a brief affair with Jeannie, her sister. Jeremy seems to verify the brief affair. According to him, he and Jeannie were on a break at the time. He also says on the night that Rose disappeared that Jeannie was with him, so they provided each other an alibi. After Rose went missing, Christopher Larson passed a polygraph test, got custody of his daughters, and moved on with his life. The biggest clue turned up 4 days later in a very odd location. Rosie's car, a 2001 Pontiac Grand Am, was found abandoned 4 days after she was reported missing at the municipal lot west of the post office in Grantsburg. The keys were missing. In what was described as a truck stop parking lot, but also in that parking lot was another location that we are already familiar with. In that same parking lot that laundromat that Candus's ex was banned from for 10 years. Coincidence? Probably. It's a small town. Even though Andrew's in his 60s now, he's still got a charge in 2018. And I'll let you read it for yourself. Just for the record, when Rose went missing, her sister Candus was 1,500 miles away in Fayetteville, Arkansas. I think she left to get away from Andrew. And she was meeting Don there. He lived in Utah at the time. And I guess after Andrew, Donald must have seemed like a prince. Although there was foreign DNA taken from the car, we may never know what happened to Rose. Grandus seems to prefer Wisconsin to Tennessee. She has her daughter Jeannie, Linda, and Bob, in memory of Rose and her brothers just 100 miles away. So Candus seems to be staying at Ben Hill Road even after losing her kids a second time. She just won't leave and go back to Wisconsin. The question is why? You'd think at this time Candus would want to be with her mom and her sister, but there seems to be some reasons she does not want to go back to Wisconsin. She may be afraid of Andrew, or she may have to stay with Don because of what he knows. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Just kind of odd that she doesn't want to be with her mom. So, Candus, you're on your own. Grandus Abandus is living up to her name. It looks like she's going to stay in Wisconsin where things are quiet, and we'll see what happens from here. Stay tuned, and I'll see what else I can find. Please see the links below. Episode 2 of Gone Girl by Aussie Insider is extremely detailed. She pulls all the records. Pray for Summer and Rose. Let's keep their story in the news, and I want to thank you for your kind comments and your great discussion. I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.